Hello, I'm Crystal with It's a Journaling Thing, and I'm glad to have you here on my channel. Today I'm going to coffee dye this little notebook. Eventually I will be covering the front of it, but I'm going to go through and coffee dye the pages in it. I'm not sure, the sun isn't shining today here, so I was going to set it outside to let it dry, but I might try drying it with my heat gun, or I might try putting it in the oven at a very low temperature, and definitely setting the timer and, as a reminder, keep an eye on it. But this is probably going to get pretty messy. I've got some coffee in a spray bottle, and I've got some coffee mixture here, and it's really dark, and that's just the way I like it. I've also got a cup here to do some coffee, cup stains. So we're just going to see how this goes. I'm going to try to not entirely soak the pages. I don't know how that's going to go. I'll just try to get it off there as best I can. And some, I might just kind of do some marks on rather than, soaking the whole page. Maybe do some spray. I've got a puppy pee pad down. It works great for catching the coffee. It doesn't go through. I'm just interested to see how this will turn out after it dries. I know the pages are probably going to stick together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of work with it. Keep flipping it. So that in hopes that the pages don't stick together. But we will definitely see. Ooh, that was a lot. And yeah, they're already sticking together pretty good. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you all, and I will take my heat gun and do some drying, and maybe, you know, just kind of dry a little bit as I go. That might be the best thing to do. So I will be back here shortly. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So I did take the heat gun and dried them a little bit. They're still damp, but they are dry, you know, a little drier than they were. So I pulled out some stencils, and I'm just going to experiment and see what happens there. I should have put the stencil over closer to the edge, and then see what happens. Like closer over this way so it can stay there for a few. I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens. It may not like totally leave the flower there, but it'll be some kind of pretty mark, I'm sure. So we will see. And I'm just actually, I'm going to close it and try to get, there it is right there. Okay. I don't want them all to, you know, look the same, so I'm trying to just do this and that here and there. Okay, so I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to do some drying time. Okay, back again. So like before, they are still a little damp, but they are drier. Let me see if I can find one where I put the stencil in. So that looks pretty good. So I'll do a couple more pages and then I will go ahead and get it completely dry. I may try to put it in the oven at like 300 degrees and see, you know, how that goes. That moved, I think. So take this and put it over on there. That kind of helps the stencil stay in place, kinda. But it's okay if it doesn't, if it moves or, you know, whatever, because it still kind of leaves some kind of markings on there. Just getting something on there. I'm going to pause you all real quick. I'm going to grab something. Okay, so I grabbed some bubble wrap. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to see. I'm just taking and putting a coffee on there. And then I'm going to, it just smooshed it. That's okay. It's kind of a different page than the others are, so that's what I'm going for. Do some more spray. Do another little stencil here. I'm going to try spraying this and see what happens. Okay, alrighty, so I'm going to do some more drying time, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it up, and then I'll be back and we can take a look at the results. Fingers crossed. Okay, y'all, I'm back. For the most part, it is dry. It is still a little damp, but what I'll do is just set it up like this and let it finish air drying. So what I did is I did put it in the oven, and I did it like this, and I only did it a couple times at 300 degrees for about 3 minutes. I got it out, flipped through it, and, you know, put it back in there again like this. But as you can tell, the cover is warping a little bit. I don't know if that was putting it in the oven or just the wet, you know, coffee. But what I'll do is I'll just put it under something heavy and leave it for a while, and it should be okay. Which, I mean, I like, you know, like for it to do that. So I'll go ahead, and I wanted to mention too, I don't think I did, but I got this at Dollar Tree. And I think I might have got it when they were still $1. It could possibly be $1.25 now. So I will go ahead and do a quick flip through of it and show you how the pages came out. I don't know how many pages is in here. but it is right mini. And I don't even know what this will end up being. But I do like it. I like it much better than the bright white pages. I just, tried to do different things, so the pages, so they didn't look alike. Some of them do kind of look alike, but I did try to get some different stuff in there. That's why I decided to do the stencils. They did okay. Some of them did better than others, but it just looks different than just the plain old brown page. That one done pretty good. I just wanted something on each page. That one was a stencil, so it's not too bad. And they probably would have done better if I wasn't so impatient and, would have just left the book closed and waited for a little bit. That's where I did that bubble wrap. That was a stencil. Ended up getting on both pages. Another stencil. Yeah, for the most part, it's dry. It's just a little damp. That was a stencil that had some green ink left on it, so it came off onto the page. Yeah, these pages in the back here are still a little damp. But what I did after I had put it in the oven, obviously I had to let it cool because it was kind of hot. I just went back through with my heat gun and, kind of dried them a little bit more too. I don't know. I have a few of these books because when I seen them, I grabbed a few of them. So I don't know if you can get them with two different sayings. This one says goals. And it doesn't have a sticker or anything on it. I must have pulled the sticker off. But, so I don't know what or how many pages it is. But like I say, it's right many. This one right here says plan on the front. So let's look at the difference here. And you know me, I like it much better like this. It's just, I don't know, it looks really antique-y and grungy, and I just like it better that way. So, if you're, going to Dollar Tree here soon, grab you up one of these little notebooks and see what you can come up with. Well, thank y'all for being here. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Thank you. I love y'all.